Shall we begin? We still sit at separate tables. We sleep at different times. And the warm wind in the palm trees hasn't helped to change our minds. There's the lure of the tropics that I thought might heal the scars of a love burned out by silence in a marriage minus heart. And I call the kids on the telephone, say there's something wrong out here. It's July but it's cold as Christmas in the middle of the year. The temperature's up to 95. There's a wintry look in your mother's eyes to melt the tears as the heat wave here. So how come it's as cold as Christmas in the middle of the year? Dreamed of love in a better climate, and for what it's really worth, I put faith in the star we followed to this Caribbean surf. There's an icy fringe on everything, and I cannot find the lines. Where's the beauty in the beast we made? Why the frost in the summertime? And I call the kids on the telephone, say there's something wrong out here. It's July but it's cold as Christmas in the middle of the year. The temperature's up to 95. There's a wintry look in your mother's eyes to melt the tears as the heat wave in. So how come it's as cold as Christmas in the middle of the year? Temperature's up to 95. So I screwed that up, didn't I? But it's cold as Christmas in the middle of the year. The temperature's up to 95. There's a wintry look in your mother's eyes to melt the tears as the heat wave in. So how come it's as cold as Christmas in the middle of the year? Cold as Christmas in the middle of the year. Cold as Christmas in the middle of the year. Hey, yo. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? All right, let's see who's here. Looks like our friend Thomas is here. Thomas George is here. Wants to know if I can do the Spider-Man theme song. Probably not, only because I don't know what it is or how it goes. But I will try to listen to it at least. Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, that one I might be able to pull off. I'll see what I can do for you, Thomas. Thank you. And of course, Moritz from Graz, Austria is here with us. Can you please play Massachusetts, or I've got a message for you, or I've got to get a message for you by the Bee Gees. All right, very interesting. Some early Bee Gees. Allison Shee is here, keeping her obscure request streak up. Any chance I know Great Suburban Showdown by Billy Joel. Continuing to issue me challenges. I will see what I can do, ma'am. Thank you very much for being here. Bill Hasty's here, joining us from the great area of St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, Steve. How about some Captain Jack or The Night is Still Young? Say Goodbye to Hollywood's another great one. Oh, good stuff. Hang with me, Bill. I'm probably going to do that towards the end of the show because some of it, it doesn't permanently damage my voice or anything, but want to make sure anything I try to sing tonight that requires a little more love and care is out of the way before I try something like Captain Jack. Al Smith joining me from Hawaii. Aloha to you and mahalo for being here. Appreciate it, Al. Good to see you. And hello, Ruth Hooker, the Unicorn Girl is here, joining us from the great Commonwealth of Virginia, in the Richmond area. Thank you very much. I love your handle, Incompetence. What's up? I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you. I like the photo from 52nd Street there as well. Leo's here. Hello, right back at you. Good to have you with us. Ruth would like to hear, I guess that's why they call it the blues, or Little Genie. Okay, might even have time for both. And our friend Ted out in L.A. is here. He says, happy Sunday. Can you play either some Sting or maybe Mother by John Lennon? Let me see what I can do for you, Ted. Thanks for being here. Cool dude right there. Oscar, I would love to do this one for you. Unfortunately, what I have found in the past is that when I do anything by the Beatles, other than like the one exception, although I'm not sure I even want to push the envelope on this one, but I seem to be able to get away with Peaceful Easy Feeling or Take It Easy because Don Henley does not have a co-writing credit on that one. But he is a grouchy old stick in the mud about YouTube and YouTube covers, and while I'm sure there are people who've posted Desperado and haven't had them yanked down yet, I have done Desperado in the past, and Don has a team of people who go around and flag this stuff, have the video taken down, and in the context of a live stream, it would take the entire broadcast down. And so I just don't mess with it. I love that song, and there's nothing I would love more than to play it for you. But unfortunately, Don is still living in the 1980s and doesn't like having anyone cover his music on YouTube unless they pay the same licensing rights for broadcast that NBC, like the NBC Corporation, would pay. So it's not sustainable for me, and I apologize. And I don't mean to get all, in the weeds about that. I just want people to understand. It's not because I wouldn't play that song. I would. I'm a huge fan. I think he's got an amazing voice. He's been a great songwriter, but he's kind of an asshole about this particular issue and comes after people like me who pose absolutely no threat to him because he's trying to make a point about something Google is doing or not doing. So, sorry. If there's something else you'd like to hear, I would be more than happy to do it for you because you clearly have great taste in music. Don't let the sun go down on me. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Ben. Good to have you with us. Okay, let's see here. And Norm, how we doing? Guys, when everyone sees Norm show up in the comments, we have to treat him like Norm from Cheers. Everybody just type, Norm! With exclamation points. Norm wants to hear your song by Elton John. You got it, Norm. Okay, I'm going to get started on some of these requests. As you are filing in, new folks, please let me know if there's something you'd like to hear. And folks who are already here, if you've got more requests, type them. I'll check in again later. For a little while here, I won't be able to see your comments because I'll be staring at a screen with lyrics on it instead. But I will try to come back and check the comment feed from time to time. So let's see what we can do here. Now, I've never tried this one before, that I can remember anyway. Maybe I have once before, but it's obviously a very remote memory, so this may implode very quickly. Let me find the right key for me. This is Fleetwood Mac, and it's timely. We lost Christine McVie, I think 3 years ago, maybe. 3 or 4 years ago, just yesterday. And along with that, not only did we lose Christine McVie, who I adored, she was, I think my favorite musician overall in Fleetwood Mac is Lindsey Buckingham, but she was my favorite singer in the group, and she was my favorite songwriter in the group. And along with her death is any chance of a proper reunion with the real Fleetwood Mac. It's gone now, and so I took that one pretty tough. Okay. Let me see. I got to put that probably a little more in this neighborhood. Okay. I think I can figure this out. Give me some grace, and we'll see how this goes. If I could turn the page, the time I'd rearrange just a day or two. Close my eyes, but I couldn't find a way. So I'll settle just for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Whoops. Tell me lies, tell me lies. disguise, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Although I'm not making plans, hope that you understand there's a reason why. Close your eyes. No more broken hearts. Better off apart, let's give it a try. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. If I could turn the page, the time that I'd rearrange just a day or two. Close my eyes. But I couldn't find a way, so settle just for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise, tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. No, you can't disguise. You can't disguise, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, no, but tell me lies. Well, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise, no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies. All right. I made it almost with my dignity still intact. We're going to call that a victory. Thanks, Thomas. I'm going to give this one a try for our friend Allison Shee out in Chicago. I have played this one before, but it's been a spell. See if I can remember what key I need to be in here for this. Why start playing? I think that's probably the right key. Okay. Lyric site, are you going to screw me and put that big ad up so that I can't see the words? Because I'd just sooner you do it now instead of when I'm in the middle of the song. Okay. Well, let's give this a try. This came out in late 1974 on an album called Street Life Serenade. And it was a follow-up to Billy's sort of breakout commercial success, which was called, of course, Piano Man. And I don't know, this has got kind of like a weird Western feel to it, which is, he totally like got back in touch with his East Coast roots on the next album, but this whole thing has got kind of a California sound from the early 70s thing happening, kind of a country rock fusion. Flying east on a plane, drinking all that free champagne. I guess I saw this coming down the line, and I know that it should be fun, but I think I should have packed my gun. Got that old Suburban Showdown in my mind. Sit around with the folks, tell the same old tired jokes. Bored to death on Sunday afternoon. Mom and Dad and me and you in the outdoor barbecue. I think I'm gonna hide out in my room. I've been gone for a while, made some changes in my style, and they say you can't go home anymore. Well, the streets all look the same, so I have to play my game. Well, I'll sit around in the kitchen chairs, the TV on and the neighbors there. Out in the yard where my daddy worked so hard. He never lets the crabgrass grow too high. Oh, the place, it hasn't changed. That's why I'm gonna feel so strange. I have to face the music by and by. Been gone for a while, made some changes in my style, and they say you can't go home now anymore. But the streets all look the same, and I'll have to play it's all look the same. I'll have to play my game. Well, I'll sit around in the kitchen chairs, the TV on and the neighbors there, driving to town when this big bird touches down. Only coming home now to say goodbye. Then I'm gone with the wind, and I won't be seen again till that great Suburban showdown in the sky. Till that great Suburban showdown in the sky. Best I can do on short notice. All right. Thanks, Allison. All right, let's see if we can pull off some Sting here. Okay, just trying to think what I can do the best job with here. What do I know well enough to actually get through? There's some I need to, like, I would love to do Fields of Gold, but there's sections of the song I can't remember how they go, so I can't even fake it. So I think I am going to default to a song by The Police that's highly identified with Sting, of course, because this one I do know. But I am going to endeavor to learn more Sting because I will be seeing him in February, along with Billy Joel in Indianapolis. Big shout out to Ted, who facilitated that for me. Thank you. So I'm looking forward to that. I've always wanted to see Sting. I just never got around to it, and so now I've got the perfect opportunity. This song in 1984 was the biggest song in the world. And it, along with a lot of other stuff, had propelled the Police to enormous heights of success. But of all their success, this is the biggest one. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? Have a poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Said you've gone, I've been lost. Hang on. Watching you. This is where it goes here. Said you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. Dreaming night, I can only see your face. Look around, but it's you I can't replace. you see. You belong to me. Help me poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching every single day, every word you say, every game you play. I'll be watching every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake. I'll be watching you. Ooh, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. All right. Thanks, Ted. I'll keep looking into some more Sting, though. I'd like to work more of his songs into my repertoire. All right, now here's one for our long member in good standing of our community, Ruth Hooker. My favorite unicorn gal. She wants to hear this one. How could I possibly refuse? Wish it away, don't look at it like it's forever. Between you and me, can honestly say things can only get better. While I'm away, dust out the demons inside, and it won't be long before you and me roll to the place in our hearts where we hide. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, laughing like children, living like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Just stare into space, picture my face in your hands. Live for each second without hesitation. Never forget I'm your man. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night if it helps, but more than ever, I simply love you more than I love life itself. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you and laughing like children, under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night if it helps. But more than ever, I simply love you more than I love life itself. And I guess that's why they call it love and blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you. What laughing like children, living like lovers, rolling like a thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it love and blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. Guess that's why they call it love and blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. I guess that's why they call it love and blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Thank you, Ruth. One of my all-time faves. All right, let's see what we can do for Moritz here. He wants to hear some vintage. I mean, at this point, all of the Bee Gees songs are vintage, but he wants to hear like super vintage Bee Gees. This one goes all the way back to not just the 60s, but like this one was the lead singer on this one was Robin, who did, you know, a decent portion of the lead vocals in the very early days, and then it kind of mostly switched over to Barry at some point. But this is a vintage Robin Gibb. Let me find the key that's right for me here. See. I guess. Okay, this is probably about right for me. Feel I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home. the day I left her standing on her own. Tried to hitch a ride to San Francisco. Gotta do the things I wanna do. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. They brought me back to see my way with you. Talk about the life in Massachusetts. Speak about the people I have seen. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. And Massachusetts is one place I have seen. Robin Gibb. All right. I have a few more requests sitting here in the that we've already picked up, but I'm going to see what's happening in the comment feed. Say hi to some new folks and see what else is happening. Okay, let's see here. Let me find where I was. Eric wants me to close the show tonight with Famous Last Words by Billy Joel. That's an interesting thought. I will consider it. I don't know that song super well, but I think I can fake my way through it. Leo says, how about a little tune called Take Me to the Pilot for Brent's birthday, which is today? Oh, that's a fun one. Yeah, we might have to do that just to pick things up a little bit. Yeah, don't even get me started on Don Henley, Ted. It just, sometimes it makes me furious at him. Other times I just feel sad. Because I'm like, man, you've meant so much to so many people, and this stupid vendetta that you've got against the world as it is, which is not going to change, it's costing you, it's costing you the royalties from ad revenue that would come from like millions of us making tutorials and covers for it, but more importantly, just helping to promote his music and keeping it alive. There's a bunch of Don Henley songs from both the Eagles and after in his solo career that I'd love to play for you guys. He's a monster songwriter and just one of the best singers of all time, and I just makes me sad, and I wish I could sit in the room and have a conversation with him about it. I don't know that I'd change his mind. But I would at least like to say, if this were 1966 and you were me, this is what playing in the clubs is now, Like, it'd be really shitty of people in your position then to, try to put a moratorium on the things that were available for people to be able to make a name for themselves with. Anyway, whatever. Hey, Kelly Jones. Good to see you. Say hi to Casey. I know I had a great Thanksgiving. I ate just past the point of it being pleasurable, like I always do. It's fantastic. Thank you very much, Operation Shutdown. Nice. Oh, thanks, Morris. I hope that you have a great, great experience with that. Blue eyes. All right. Good stuff. Thanks, Wheat. Candle in the Wind. Good stuff. Boy, I don't know the Princess Diana version. Let me think about that. I know I can do the Marilyn Monroe version, but I'll see what I'll think about that. If I can find the lyrics, the rhythmic, like the way that they make it fit is very strange on that one, and I've not listened to it 100,000 times to really get the feel of it, so it might be a little disjointed, but I'll probably give it a try for you. Sorry, Jakob, I do not know anything from I'm not much of a show tune guy, so I don't know anything from Les Mis. Just not ever really been my cup of tea for the most part, for some reason. Everything I do. All right. Thanks, Lee. Good to see you. Doing great, Dakota. Just doing great. Very happy to be back. Happy to be here. Making dog treats. Yeah, they got the best. Mooch's Munchies. Mooch's Munchies. They have two of my favorite, like 2 or 3 of my favorite dogs. 2 for sure. One, they have a third that was always a little bit shy. It's a sweetie, but kind of like hides from me whenever I'm over there. But Mooch and Red, no, they're right up in your business. It's great. All right. Let me see here. Hey, Steve, great to have you back. Any chance of the Beatles Abbey Road medley? All right, Jack, thanks. I love that stuff. Okay, let's get back to it. This is for our friend Ben. I'm not sure. I think it's probably Ben Mangels. I'm not sure how that is pronounced, so forgive me, Ben, if I'm butchering it, but here you go. I can't lie. No more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm growing tired. Time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. But you misread my meaning when I met you. Close the door and left me blinded by the light. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. Just allow a fragment of your life. can't find. Whoa, the right romantic line. But see me once, see the way I feel. Don't discard me just because you think I'm bringing you home, yeah. But these cuts I have, they need love to help them heal. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, always someone else I see. Just allow a fragment of your light to wander free. Oh, losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your light to wander free. Whoa, to losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate that. Let's do this Bryan Adams request for our friend Lee Scott. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody remember? This was, I think, 1990. It was on the soundtrack for Kevin Costner's Robin Hood, which I still enjoy as a movie, in spite of Costner's less than enviable British accent attempt. Let me find the right key here. I think this will probably work pretty well. Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. your soul. When you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. Don't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Look into your heart, you will find there's nothing there to hide. Take me as I am, take my life. I would give it all, I would sacrifice. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. I can't help it, there's nothing I want more. You know it's true that everything I do it for you. Oh yeah. Well, there's no love like your love, and no other could give more love. There's nowhere unless you're there all the time, all the way, yeah. Into your heart, to your heart, baby. Oh, you can't tell me it's not worth trying for. I can't help it, there's nothing I want more. Yeah, I would fight for you, I'd lie for you, walk the wire for you. Yeah, I'd die for you. You know it's true. Everything I do, oh, I do it for you. Everything I do, yeah. All right. Thank you. I think that was Lee Scott that asked for that. This is such a great one to end a show with, but we've got several things that are being asked to end the show with. So I'm going to do this now just to mix it up so we don't have Billy, 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 Elton, 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 Billy, 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 Elton, 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 and nothing else. This one goes back to 1969. This is my favorite Beatles album. And it always has been, and by not a very particularly close margin. I mean, I love all the Beatles albums, but especially Abbey Road. And it has brilliant singles on the front side of the record, like "Come Together" by John, and like "Something" by George, and "Here Comes the Sun," and wonderful stuff. Maxwell Silverhammer, all kinds of stuff. But then on the backside, there's this really long. There's like two medleys, or two or three. I think there's actually three medleys of little pieces of things that they put together, and there's a thematic tie-in in the third of the medleys to the first of the medleys. So I'm not going to do the entire backside, but I am going to do the final of the three medleys, and it was called Golden Slumbers. Carry That Weight, the end. And it's, I don't know, it's got to be up there in my top 5 of all time for Beatles songs. And principal author of these was Paul, who's my man. He's my favorite Beatle, always will be. Once there was a way to get back homeward, and once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers fill your eyes, smiles awake you when you rise. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. I never give you my pillow, I only send you my invitation. And in the middle of the celebration, I pray long time. Well, yeah, well, right. Well, you're gonna be my dreams tonight. Now Ringo does his thing. Bugga-dun, dugga-dugga-dun-dun. Dugga-dun-dun, dugga-dun-dun. Dugga-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Bum, bugga-dun-dun. Bugga-dugga-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dugga-dugga-dun, dugga-dun-dun, dugga-dun-dun, dugga-dun-dun. Dugga-dun, dugga-dugga-dun-dun. Dugga dugga dum dum ba dum bum ba dum dugga da dum da dum ba dum all up now. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, yeah. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Let me share something fun with you. At least it's fun for me. When I first moved to Mesquite, Nevada, it was 2005, mid-2005. And I was not a full-time musician yet. I was still always thinking that I needed to do it on the side of something because I just didn't think there was an actual career there that could support myself. And so I was a real estate agent, and I was not a particularly good one. And I tried that for about 5 years. And then I finally said, to hell with it. I don't want to pay to relicense myself because I don't even enjoy the work and I'm not very good at it. And I thought, I don't know what I can do. Like the reason I didn't want to be a full-time musician was I thought the only thing that I know how to do is gigs, and if I can't imagine I'm going to get enough gigs that alone is going to pay for everything. But by this point I was like, well, I might have to just like live in a studio and a studio apartment with a futon, and that's just all I can afford. But I'll take whatever gig I can get, and at least I'll enjoy my life. I'll enjoy my work. So I made the plunge, and I didn't get relicensed. And a couple of years before that, I'd had a really, really profound, wonderful experience. A special person in my life who was my guidance counselor in elementary school had passed away from cancer way too early in life. She was in her late 50s. And that was in Ogallala, Nebraska, where I had lived until I was 12. And I was asked by a group of her friends to come back and perform at the high school performing arts center there that I had been to. I don't know how many, like, show choir, like, swing choir and band concerts and stuff. Holds about 300-400 people. I'd been to countless events at that when I was a little kid growing up. My dad was in a barbershop group that performed there. It was whatever. So that was fun, and they said, come back and do this fundraiser for us. Be the headliner. We're going to raise money for Relay for Life, for cancer research and whatnot. And we'll dedicate it to Linda's memory. And so that's when I really learned that song, because I wanted to play that at the end of the night, because I really thought that, in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Was a fitting way to say goodbye to Linda. And so I learned that, and I made a backing track for it. I did the whole thing with accompaniment tracks that I made on this little keyboard over here. This is a sequencer. So I had that in my back pocket, and I loved playing it so much, but that was the last time, the first and only time I ever got to perform that song, because it just wasn't right for most settings. Fast forward, that was in 2008. Fast forward to 2011, and I am now jumping off a cliff with no parachute, hoping that there's a safety net for me to land into with this, and I meet a guitar player named Glennis Jones, who had toured the world with Marvin Gaye and Edwin Starr and the Marvelettes and some other, like Motown acts, and he had sort of semi-retired in Mesquite, but still looking for places to play. He was a brilliant musician, and he and I became fast friends through a series of magical events, and started a duo act together. We were using my backing tracks. I played the keys and sang live, and he played guitar and sang live, and I was the principal lead vocalist, and he was the principal soloist, and we both loved the Beatles. And the first gig we ever played, I said, I've got, on the spot, on the gig, we didn't even rehearse it, but I just said I happen to have, the medley from the end of Abbey Road. And he goes, oh my God, I love that. That's like my favorite thing they ever recorded. I said, me too. So we did it on the spot, on the fly. Neither of us had rehearsed. I hadn't played it in 3 years, and he'd never played it with me. And we loved it so much that we closed every show we played, and he and I did probably 300, 400 gigs together over the next few years. And we closed every single show with that medley from Abbey Road. And so every time I play that, I feel Linda Lund's spirit here with me, because she was why I learned it. And I feel a lot of affection for my good friend and my brother from another mother, Glennis Jones, who's still out in the desert Southwest with another band now, rocking it and playing all over Nevada, the casino circuit. And just so fortunate to have people like that in my life, and to have this wonderful gift of music that I could share with them and use to pay tribute to them. So thank you, and to be here and to have this wonderful platform to share the music and occasionally a story like that means a lot to me. Here's one for Leo and for Brent. Brent's birthday. Happy birthday, Brent. If you feel that it's real, I'm on trial, and I'm held in your prison. Like a coin in your mint, I am dented and I spared without treason. Through a glass eye you throw is the one danger zone. Take me to the pilot for control. Take me to the pilot of your soul. Take me to the pilot, leave me through the chamber. take me to the pilot. I am but a stranger. Take me to the pilot, lead me through the chamber. Take me to the pilot. I am but a stranger. Na na na, na na na, na na na, na 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 na, na na na, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. Well, I know he ain't old, and I'm told he's a virgin. For he may be she. Well, I'm told I'm never for certain. Through a glass eye thrown is the one danger zone. Take me to the pilot for control. Take me to the pilot of your soul. So take me to the pilot, lead me through the chamber. Take me to the pilot, I am but a stranger. Take me to the pilot, lead me through the chamber. Take me to the pilot, I am but a stranger. Na na na, na na na, na na na, na 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 na, na na na, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. Take me to the pilot, I am but a stranger. Take me to the pilot, lead me through the chamber. Take me to the pilot, I am but a stranger. Na na na, 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 na na. So take me, yeah, 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 yeah. So take me, oh, yeah, yeah. So take me, yeah, yeah, yeah. So take me to the pilot. All right, yeah. take me to the bayou. All righty. Thank you, Leo. And happy birthday, Brent. Oh, I'm not very good at doing this, but the time is probably right for me to shamelessly plug that if you're enjoying yourself and you would like to support my work and help me pay my electric bills and internet bills and such, I do have digital tip jars down in the video description on YouTube and in Facebook alike. Venmo and PayPal. You can choose any amount you want. Some people give a couple bucks, some people give 20 bucks, some people occasionally give 100 bucks. It doesn't really matter to me. It all adds up. And the most important gift you've given me is your presence here. So I don't want to make too big of a deal out of the tip jars, but I sure do appreciate those that have chipped in on occasion and helped fuel the creation of more content like this. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Let me see what else is happening in the chat. Maddie from Finland, thank you so much. It's so awesome that you take the time to check in and watch like this, and I'm just honored. I'm honored that you're part of the community. Thank you. Ernest Byerly, how we doing? He says, Steve, this might be out of your comfort zone, but would you give a shot at a Western swing song called Faded Love? Not out of my comfort zone, but I'm not familiar with it, Ernest. So let me mark it down as something to listen to a few times so that I know what I'm talking about. And then I'm happy to. I love Western swing. I would play a lot more country in these streams than I do. I just don't get asked for a lot of it. But I am not a fan. Great music is great music. All right. Well, Casey knows that I don't do things in the same key as the artist. Because I just wasn't blessed with his sweet, beautiful, high voice. You can tell him that. Amazing, Lawrence. That'll be a fantastic show. He's great. He's an amazing live singer. Samuel, thank you for joining us. I don't have translation available here, so I don't know exactly what you said, but I'm sure that it is very kind, and I want you to know, muchas. I think, I'm not sure if this is Spanish or Portuguese that I'm seeing. So let me say either gracias or obrigado. Ah, you're from Brazil. Okay. Yes. So, Portuguese. Vienna. Outstanding. I will definitely do that for you. Hey, Aiden. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch you on another stream for that one. That's one I can't fake my way through, and I really need some practice on that one just to keep the banjo fingers up to speed. So give me a rain check on that one, all right? Obrigado. Vienna. I'm going to do this one for our friend Samuel joining us from Brazil. This is off the Stranger album by Billy Joel in 1977, about a month before I was born. This album dropped. But I'm going to play it right. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. Got so much to do, only so many hours in a day. Hey, you know that when the truth is told, you get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off, or you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you wanna be before your time, although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Where's the fireman? Well, too late, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you see when you're wrong, oh, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Take the phone off the hook, disappear for a while. It's alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Oh God, I know these words. Why didn't I bring the words up? And you know that when the truth is told, you'll get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off, or you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Obrigado, Samuel. Thanks, Casey. Always good to see your name in there, my friend. All right, we got a bunch of Elton John requests still in the can. I don't know if I'll have time to get to all of them, but I love this one, so I'm going to put it in there, and hopefully we will have time for it. If not, please join me next week and ask again, because that's a great tune. Aiden's gonna have his virgin experience with Billy Joel in March with Sting. Nothing like popping your Billy Joel cherry. Oh, that was really outside my normal family-friendly banter, but I'm really happy for you, Aiden. That's going to be amazing. I remember how it was for me. It was a magical, magical experience. That's outstanding. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Heaven. We appreciate it. My hair looks really good. Well, thank you, Rob. Honestly, I prefer the way it feels, and I even prefer the way it looks when I have it cut pretty short. The problem is that I've got like Dennis the Menace hair back here. I have like cowlicks that just go crazy. And when my hair is pretty short, they just sort of look like fashionable, like, oh, it's sticking up a little bit, but it almost looks like it was intentional. But after about a week, then it starts to look like, oh no, you've just got cowlicks. And I didn't want to have to get my hair cut literally once a week. So I've just kind of been growing it out, not to grow it long, just to grow it full, because then this is manageable and I can have my hair cut once a month. So that's all. It's fuller and warmer and whatnot than I would prefer, but we all got to do what we got to do. Okie dokie. Here's one for Norm. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Sat on the roof, kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite proud. But the sun has been quite kind. Well, I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me forgetting these things I do, you see. I've forgotten you the green or the blue. Anyway, the thing is what I really mean. One of the nicest crowds I've ever seen. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. It's for our friend Norm. Appreciate it. Appreciate the request, Norm. Thanks for stopping by today. Okay, let's see here. This one is an early request tonight. I'm going to do my best to deliver the Princess Diana words today. Hard to believe that's almost 30 years ago. That's about 27 years ago that happened. Kudos to Elton for being able to keep it together while he performed it at her funeral. I know that must have been very, very difficult. Goodbye, England's rose. May you ever grow in our hearts. You were the grace that placed itself where lives were torn apart. You called out to our country and you whispered to those in pain. Now you belong to heaven and the stars spell out your name. It seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sun sets when the rain set in. Your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend ever will. Seems to me what loveliness we've lost, these empty days without your smile. This torch we'll always carry for our nation's golden child. Even though we try, the truth brings us to tears. All the words cannot express the joy you've brought us through the years. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. Your footsteps will always fall in along England's greenest hills. Candles burned out long before your legend never will. Goodbye, England's rose. May you ever grow in our hearts. You were the grace that placed itself where lives were torn apart. Goodbye, England's rose, from a country that's lost without your soul. We'll miss the wings of your compassion more than you will ever know. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never fading with the sunset when the rain set in. Your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. Your candles burned out long before your legend never will. Your footsteps will always fall here along England's greenest hills. And your candles burned out long before your legend never will. It's for our friend Dakota. Well, sorry guys, I only have time for one more song, so we're gonna do one for Bill Hasty here. He asked me to rip one up a little bit, so we're gonna do it. Now, there's a couple different ways I could attack this song. I could sing this as though I could sing it the way that it was done on the Piano Man album in 1973. But to me, the definitive version of this song definitely was the live version from Madison Square Garden that ended up on the 1981 Songs in the Attic live album. So I will most likely model myself after that. It's got a really cool piano intro that's not there on the original recording, and it's an act of savagery at the end, whereas the 1973 version is just sort of an excited adolescent trying to inject a little enthusiasm, but he'd learned how to do it by the time he got to Songs in the Attic. All right, this is called Captain Jack. This is for our friend Bill Hasty. Saturday night and you're still hanging around, tired of living in your one-horse town. Like to find a little hole in the ground for a while. Oh, you go to the village in your tie-dye jeans, stare at the junkies and the closet queens. It's like some pornographic magazine, and you smile. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight and take you to your special island. Nah, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, oh yeah. Your sister's gone out, she's on a date, and you just sit at home and masturbate. The phone is gonna ring soon, but you just can't wait for that call. Oh, stand on the corner in your New English clothes. You look so polished from your head down to your toes. Oh, but still your finger's just gonna pick your nose after all. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you by tonight and take you to your special island. Nah, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, oh yeah. So you decide to take a holiday. You get your tape deck and your brand new Chevrolet, but there ain't no place to go anyway. And what for? Oh, so you got everything out, nothing's cool. They just found your father in a swimming pool, and you guess you won't be going back to school anymore. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you high tonight, take you to your special island. Nah, Captain Jack, you can rely tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, oh, oh yeah. So you play your albums and you smoke your pots and you meet your girlfriend in a parking lot. still you're aching for the things you have not got. What went wrong? Oh, and if you can't understand why your world is so dead, why you gotta keep in style or feed your head. You're 21 and still your mother makes your bed, and that's too long. Whoa, whoa, yeah. But Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. No, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little punch and you'll be smiling. Well, now Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. No, Captain Jack can make you die tonight. Just a little punch and you'll be smiling. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. It's going to do it for me today, guys. I'll be back here next week, same time, same place. We'll see if I'm feeling super inspired. I may add one of these in the midweek leading into the holidays, just because I didn't really play any Christmas music today except that very first song. It's kind of one. But I'm going to have to start doing some of that because it's the only time of year when I can. All right. So I'm going to get out of here for now, but you know where to find me, and keep your eyes peeled on the old YouTube there. You'll get the notifications. But love you guys. Remember, if you're a musician and you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And for everyone, be sure to give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. Not one of us knows when the ride comes to an end for us, so you want to leave it all on the playing field. Don't have any regrets. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.